say hello to YouTube again, chat, because today we've got ourselves a big news update. I definitely saw this one coming. I was expecting some news. We've done all the spears. Moving on to the next feature, and we have an exclusive look from PC Gamer, the global authority on PC games. Not sponsored, but honestly, with an intro like that, maybe I should be. There is some really cool details here about player housing. And I actually say this system looks cool. Is this a system that I am interested in whatsoever? No, not at all. I will almost certainly never do this. But what I will do, I will leech off other people's creativity. I will join people's houses and admire their cool creations. I will look at their beetle racing tracks and go, wow, that's pretty good. I will go in there and steal their mounts, okay, and judge them for their fashion choices. These are the things that I will do with player housing. But I have to say this. If you are a player housing enjoyer, then oh boy, Janthir Worlds is going to be one hell of an expansion for you, in my opinion. I think, feature-wise, they have absolutely nailed it. The implementation here appears to be unbelievably solid, and of course, we're going to be going over exactly why that is. Now, in fact, we're doing it right now. We've got a YouTube video to take a little bit of a look at, and of course, we're just going to briefly go through this article as well, kind of talking about what's going on. The first thing you'll notice here, it's big. This is a big space, and it's actually even bigger than this. There's a lot of open terrain around here, giving you a lot of room to kind of express your creativity and all that kind of stuff. But it also has really, really cool features. So first of all, this one is really cool. You can actually see all of your alts. And I think actually kind of referencing the video might be a little bit easier for this. You can see like your mount, there's an alt riding on one of the mounts, right? If you mount up, the mount disappears, it goes to you. The alt kind of gets thrown onto the floor unceremoniously. All of your gathering nodes are here, all that kind of stuff. Your skiff is here. Like you can pet your mounts, all that kind of crazy. You can see like all your characters are here, like they're all dancing and stuff like that. They're kind of like all over the place. There's a lot of like really nice touches like that. We haven't even talked about the meat of the system, but there's some really cool little nice touches here as well. Like here, like you can pet your mount, right? Like all that kind of wonderful stuff. But now we kind of get into the meat of it, the actual decoration and the construction stuff. I guess a bit of a note here actually is that, you have to go through your gathering nodes to do that. But ArenaNet, they thought about this. And this is a really cool thing that I think is arguably even a bit of a selling point for the expansion. Like, yeah, you've got to harvest your nodes one by one like a pleb. I guess you've got your reaping thing a reaping glyph that will help you out. Check this out. There's like a special little box that, ready? Boom! Destroy the environment in one click. Love to see that. Actually really cool. And you know what? In my opinion, this actually means home instances are actually going to be a much more worthwhile investment. I'll admit this. I have always maintained it's a waste of time. Like, you go in there and you're pressing F for ages. It takes years to pay off. You got to really get value out of it, or to get a quick payoff, you've got to, like, farm it with alts. But, some people like it for completionist purpose and collecting all the things. This makes it way faster, actually. You can even set the glyph you want for harvesting, and because it's instant, you can just feed it in with a volatile glyph, right? And, like, get maximum profit, not just maximum speed with a glyph of reaping, all that kind of stuff, actually. Really neat little quality of life feature. There's like a brand new crafting thing that's actually going to be through masteries, by the way, to create this stuff. So it's not like it's not exactly the same as regular crafting. It's functionally the same, right? But it is going to be progressed separately, essentially. It's like a alternate version of Scribe, almost. You can kind of see how that's going to operate here. There's a whole bunch of them. There's like apparently 300 decorations on launch, going up to around 900 by the end of the expansion. Oh, I guess I should say, actually, that this auto-collect feature is not in on launch. It's actually coming in later. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Gives you some time to, waste your money on getting all of those things unlocked. Very cool stuff. But here is the fun. This is a very cool system. From a technical standpoint, I will say I am very impressed. I love what ArenaNet did. I'm not surprised, by the way. ArenaNet have a history of not half-assing features. You look at stuff like mounts, for example, are a very good example of this, right? Like they don't piss about. They go hard on it. And they absolutely went hard on this system. It looks really, really good. There's no local decoration limit, so you can push things together. You can, like, rotate stuff. right? You can rotate things, you can resize things, right, all over the place. You can kind of put things inside other things to kind of almost like build stuff. And actually, I can just show you the best example of this. This is really going to show you the full potential of this. All of these houses are not props. They are actually made out of other things. You can see that they've used like beetle tracks to make the roof and other little kind of rock things to make the walls. This one is really cool too. There's like a full lighthouse, and you can see they're mousing over here. All of these are individual little props that have been resized and rotated and so on. The amount of control and the amount of variety that you're going to be able to do with this is actually really impressive. I'm not going to lie. I'm not a player housing guy. I'm impressed by this, right? This is actually pretty cool, right? In my opinion. I think players are going to be able to create some things that are kind of stunning, to be honest, and will not only kind of fit in with the game, or not, if that's your thing, obviously, but you're going to be able to create really, really high fidelity stuff, in my opinion. And again, you can see here that the space is expansive. You can 100%, you can see it in the minimap here. Well, you can't. Now you can. Well, yeah, now you can. Minimap here. It's a pretty expansive space, right? There's a lot going on here. You can even turn into a bee to fly around. You do have a total decoration limit of 1,000 here, as you can see. So you can't just, you know, cover the entire thing in decorations, but 1,000's a pretty generous amount overall. There's definitely a lot you can do with that. And, you know, of course, you can always, you know, tear something down and rebuild something else if you change your mind and, like, all that kind of good stuff. Like, have a little bit of variety in your life. But, yeah, overall, I don't think it needs to be said. This is really, really cool, right? You can, like, rotate stuff, right? You can make it bigger. You can see you can put it in things, right? I think they even show off this really cool X-ray mode, so you can, like, see under the ground in case you lose stuff, and you can, like, click it and grab it. Really exciting, you know? It really gives me the kind of Little Big Planet vibes, right? Which it is a fantastic game. It's one of the most beautiful games ever made. Like, if you haven't played, I'm sidetracking now, and look, now I need another sponsorship. If you guys haven't played Little Big Planet, you should. It is what? Oh my god, what a game! What a game! But yeah, you can put the Dolyak head on the wall there. It is fantastic stuff. I'm very impressed by this. Overall, I'm really excited to see what people are actually going to come up with. Yeah, another little feature here is you can actually kind of put your characters in here and, like, set them in different poses. Well, we know what people are going to do with the bikini characters, guys, okay? You know, it's going to be not safe for work, let me put it like that. Show off all your legendary weapons, all this absolutely fantastic stuff. But yeah, great system. And the one thing that actually does make me want to engage with this and really get excited, actually, is check this out. These features are being ported to the Guildhall. That is hype. Okay, that, in my opinion, is huge. Guild halls and player-driven content are already, in my opinion, kind of a really strong thing. You know, you have this entire community built up around beetle racing in the game, and that's through the guild hall. You have GVG arenas, again, that's through the guild hall. You have jumping puzzles, that's through the guild hall. Players can create that. Players being able to create their own content, I think, is a really exciting concept in an MMO, and I would love to see more of this. I'd love to see them go further and even allow maybe very basic access to scripting so that you could almost, like, create more complex things like elevator rides and stuff like that, and you could kind of, like, set a path that they could go along, right? And all that kind of stuff, right? You know, like, being able to have, like, little bits of scripted elements that you could kind of piece together. Again, now we're really leaning into the kind of the Little Big Planet style of content there. That would be incredibly exciting in my. But yeah, like Mario Maker, yeah, kind of leaning that. That would be super cool and an incredible feature like that no other MMO would be delivering on except for Guild Wars 2. Again, that would kind of require more development after the expansion, which might happen. I'm almost expecting them to add, like, a new homestead for every expansion like they did with guild halls. There's a chance it is going to be locked to Janthir Wilds. They want to keep it as, like, this is why you buy Janthir Wilds, to kind of get access to this homestead. But maybe they will actually have, like, because, look, trust me, this is going to do well. They're funding Guild Wars 3 with this one, let me tell you that. But yeah, there's a couple of, I'd love to see them actually continue to iterate on this. I think there's some real potential here, actually. There really, really is. Another nice touch, actually, is that you're actually going to be able to have your friends decorate with you. Very similar to the Guild Hall, right? You can have multiple people decorate. You can invite people to your house, and you can, decorate. You can, like, build a project together. And I think that's actually really cool. I love the idea that there's this social element to it, right? Guild Wars 2 is a game that doesn't feel very social to me at all. It's one of the lonelier MMOs, I think, out there right now. And I love the idea of adding something that, you could just invite your friends with, and you can go and create something kind of cool. That is good. And even though this is not necessarily aimed at me, I will 100% recognize that for what it is. Like, creating these activities that players can make connections with and kind of express themselves, I think is very special in MMOs, actually. And therefore, this is a approved Teapot-approved feature here with player housing overall. And yeah, I would highly recommend you check out the article, by the way. It's a great interview that goes over all of these details. And of course, you know, loads of stuff going on there, a couple more details that I'm sure I've missed about this kind of stuff. And of course, watch this video as well, because, you know, it goes over a variety of topics, a variety of features within the game. But that's just about it, if you ask me. And yeah, I am genuinely looking forward to what people create. You know, I'm just going to have people do it for me. You know, I'm not doing that, but I will admire what is produced from this system. I absolutely will. And you know what? I think I might have to do a bit of a zero to hero situation where I actually grind out my home instances, because I'm not gonna lie, like, if you can farm your home instances in like 2 seconds as opposed to arduously clicking through all of it, then I'm not gonna lie, it might even be like a decent investment. Like, especially because material prices are kind of high right now. It will still be years to pay off, to be honest. Like, some of them take like 4 years to pay off of like harvesting them every day. But look, just don't think about that, okay? Like, just pretend you're getting paid, all right? I like how they're not leaking the materials, by the way, so people can't, like, do market manipulation. Based ArenaNet. We absolutely love to see it. We really do. But yeah, not surprised here, to be honest. I find myself wholly unsurprised that ArenaNet has done a good job here. They certainly have a good track record. This is where they do have a very good track record of delivering on these features. And you can already see that, you know, even with, this was kind of made by a dev messing around with the system, basically, in building this stuff. You know, even in that short space of time, as a little demo, the stuff that's been created here, in my opinion, is pretty cool and pretty impressive. And of course, that's only going to ramp up when players are able to get their hands on it and like really take it to the next level as well. Really cool. Big fan. Will I engage with it? Probably not. But actually, a really nice mastery for the game. Because, of course, again, as we previously mentioned, all of this is going through the mastery system. And it also is going to be good for the economy, too. I guess I'll kind of side mention that. Because it is crafted, right? And obviously, some of it's going to be in the cash shop. Some of it's going to be from crafting and, like, farming materials and stuff like that. This is also going to be like a gold sink, right? Which I think is actually pretty important. And hopefully, again, I want to see this iterated on in future expansions. I want to see more decorations in future expansions. I want to see different homesteads, like different areas, right, that you can have as well. Because, of course, this is going to be in the Janthir area. You know, you take it away from a bear who doesn't want it anymore, pretty much. It'll be really cool if, again, like guild halls that were added every expansion until relatively recently, we instead saw a new homestead. But again, we'd have to kind of figure out how that would work within the business model, of course, for Guild Wars 2. But anyway, that's it. That's the new information. That's the new information, guys, on player housing. And of course, do you know what that means, guys? Okay? We're going to get to do this. We're going to do this together, guys. Okay? I'm liking the video. I'm subscribing. Okay? I'm leaving a comment. Pog! And you're going to do that on my video at the same time, okay? But you're going to do a few other things as well, because... Whoa, what the... What's this? This is Guild Wars 2 now. Yeah. This is Guild Wars 2 now, guys. Enjoy it. You better enjoy that. You're gonna be served tea by bikini-clad gamers for the rest of time. Okay? But anyway, that'll do it. Like the video, subscribe, come back and watch every single day. Okay? Leave some comments, turn on notifications, go on Patreon and hand over me money. Read the PC Gamer article. The leading authority on gaming, guys. Oh my god! And of course, come back and watch from more info. I'm definitely expecting a news post from ArenaNet on this over the next couple of days or weeks. Probably some additional details, little videos maybe, all that kind of good stuff. So definitely stay tuned. We are not done. We've got more stuff on the way. That is for sure. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Do all the social media stuff. Take it easy. And I'm going to see you next time.